to the UN's top court, demanding Israel try to contain the death and damage in Gaza, but they did stop short of ordering a ceasefire. It was South Africa who brought the case before the International Court of Justice, accusing Israel of committing genocide in Gaza. But Israel calls the allegations false and grossly distorted. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel has an inherent right to defend itself, also saying Israel's commitment to international law is unwavering. The preliminary decision comes amid heavy fighting in Gaza's second largest city. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry reports more than 26,000 people have been killed in Israel's offensive. Meanwhile, new video from the UN, you see it there, shows people fleeing Khan Yunis, looking for refuge at the Egypt border. With that said, we want to bring in Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman, joining me live from Tel Aviv, Israel, for more. So, Matt, Israeli officials say they're already taking precautions to protect innocent lives in Gaza. How much further are they willing to go here?
Right, Morgan. Israel's contention from the start has been that it's been complying with international law, that it is not committing genocide in Gaza. This ICJ ruling was a sharp rebuke to Israel's conduct in Gaza. They are demanding that Israel prevent any genocidal acts. But specifically and practically speaking, it doesn't have a huge impact on Israel. South Africa, which brought the case, and the Palestinians had hoped that the ICJ would demand that Israel cease fire now, that there'd be an immediate pause in fighting. The ICJ did not rule that, but it does put Israel on notice. Israel does have to put out a report a month from now showing what it has done to prevent genocide and updating the court. That is a pretty big deal. They're also going to have to be much more cognizant about statements put out by political leaders who might have impact on the public or on actually pushing for any sort of acts that the court might be genocidal. So in terms of practical effects, not a lot. In terms of image, it is very damaging to Israel, which has said that this war has been justified from the start. Morgan.
Well, Matt, the U.S. and Israel both called these allegations, quote, meritless. How significant, then, is this decision not to dismiss the case altogether?
It's pretty significant. I think that Israel kind of expected that. I think the Palestinians have been applauding the decision, although they wanted to see more. They did want to see that ceasefire demanded by the UN and its agencies. But it definitely changes the tenor of this war, I think, in some ways. Israel understands, both from pressure from the U.S. and now from massive international pressure and pressure from The Hague, that it has to change the way it's conducting this war, that the number of civilian casualties, the blockade, even though Israel is allowing aid in to some degree, has to be changed, and that more has to be done to try to prevent civilian lives. This is something the White House and President Biden have battered into Israel time and again, each time they have calls. Same thing with the Department of Defense. Very important to try to protect civilians as much as possible as this conflict goes forward. Morgan.
Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman in Tel Aviv for us. Matt, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.